Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Reach out to me directly. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com. From the late 1990s, the Panerai Luminor Submersible PAM 25 helped to update Panerai sports watch tech, long dwelling on their 1930s, 40s, and 50s utility watch traditions. Panerai updated to the modern era of ISO 6425 compliant dive watches, and the PAM 25 was a big part of that. 44 millimeters in titanium, this diver measures 15.8 millimeters thick and 53.1 millimeters from lug to lug, with a 24 millimeter spacing between the lugs. This is a long-running model, and the example you see right here has a serial circa 2002. So you throw this watch on my wrist, which is 16 centimeters in circumference, and as you can see, it is large. But large is the look with Panerai, the idea being to make the watch visible, both to bystanders and to the owner's eyes, so you can easily view it day or night. I would say down to a wrist of about 15 centimeters circumference, you can wear this watch well, because it's simply not as heavy as it looks due to the titanium, and then it has very short and stubby lugs, so it doesn't wear terribly broad across the wrist, even though 53 millimeters sounds broad. Again, my wrist is 16 centimeters in circumference, and the watch is a good fit for me. Taking a quick look at the strap, you can see it's a contemporary Panerai rubber strap with character lines and strakes molded in on the top, vulcanized rubber, hollows on the bottom to allow the wrist to breathe. It is Italian made. The watch has a simple, no-nonsense, easily adjusted pin buckle, as most dive watches on straps probably should. It makes for a very quick adjustment if you need to make changes to fit. And then this is old school civilian Panerai, as we have screws fixing bars, so you can use your strap tools to change the strap. Again, 24 millimeter spacing. There's a world of options. Strap swapping is part of the fun of owning a Panerai watch, and with the screws and the bars, you have a user-friendly removal system that's also more secure than spring bars. The crown system is, of course, a signature of the brand. It's very practical as well as distinctive. I always like to say, even if I cover the whole watch, you can still tell who made it and what model family it's from. Now, the way this works is that you have a locking system. There's a little cam lobe that locks the crown down. Now it's 300 meters water resistant. Now it's unlocked. Very easy to do, a lot easier to open and that is lock and unlock the crown, even if your hands are gloved or wet. It also gives you more protection than a shouldered crown guard, as even if it gets hit squarely, the crown is secure. And then finally, it is very difficult to accidentally drown your watch and jump in the water with this kind of a red flag. It's a lot easier to leave a screw-down crown out a few threads than it is to miss this. And it's also a design icon. It's aesthetically pleasing, and it's very different. And I should also say, it preserves the seals of the crown, as you simply compress and decompress the crown rather than constantly thread a stem through the seals. Now, the bezel is a 60 click with a wonderfully meaty detent. Very sharp, one of the best feeling dive bezels in the business. Let's do a quick lume shot here. Plenty of lume, living up to its name. Of course, Luminor during the 1950s was a radioactive paint, a less radioactive paint, used on the 6152 series combat watches, which also in general lend their shape to the Luminor models. Now, a distinctive feature of the PAM 25 compared to, say, PAM 24 is the inverse hobnail dial. We also have applique indices with transferred lacquered numerals 12 and 6. So this is a little bit of an upscale Panerai look. Normally they have a sandwich dial, or they have printed features. Here they are applique. The watch features a date that includes a quick set, so you can rapidly cycle the date. The magnifier, unlike Rolex, is underneath the sapphire, so there's no danger of it being separated by impact. And of course, we have hacking or stop seconds. Turn it all over. This 300-meter dive watch features a titanium case back to match its titanium case. And inside you have a Panerai OP3, which is a Valjoux 7750 P1. Basically a 7750 chronograph with all of the chronograph elements removed. It's a unidirectional automatic winder with an 8 beat per second rate. It pivots on 25 joules. It has the quick set. It has the stop seconds. It has a 42-hour power reserve, and it is a COSC certified Swiss chronometer adjusted in 5 positions. So it is a very tough movement, but also a very precise movement. Reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.